nights in the night patrol. K9 by my side, aching soul. Whip up a storm in the kitchen heat. I'll start the game, never miss a beat. Green thumb in the dirt we grow. Friends with devil dog going toe to toe. Cooking meals fit for a king. Uniform strong, let them freedom ring. Police power, smart and fine. Heart of gold in every line. Serve with pride, protect and show. Life of honor, let it flow. Police power, smart and fine. Heart of gold in every line. Serve with pride, protect and show. Life of honor, let it flow. Patrol the beat around the block. Crime and chaos, we're the shock. Dogs loyal, love them true. Badge of courage, painted blue. Late night calls don't slow me down. In my garden, wear the crown. Cooking meals with flair and fun. The badge I wear, second to none. Police power, smart and fine. Heart of gold in every line. Serve with pride, protect and show. Life of honor, let it flow. Late night calls don't slow me down. In my garden, wear the crown. Cooking meals with flair and fun. The badge I wear, second to none. Police power, smart and fine. Heart of gold in every line. Serve with pride, protect and show. Life of honor, let it flow.
Bam. Sup. Good to see y'all. Not a thing. Is that like the dude on the Marvel show or the, I don't know, DC, whatever it is, where he has that thing and he makes everybody disappear? Right in the kisser. LOL. Thing, not a thing. All right, I appreciate it. Let's see, I will add a guest. I'm gonna copy the link. I'll drop it down there. That says a permanent link. Disabling this toggle will disable your link. Your guest will not be able to join your broadcast using this link. Anyone in this link join current and future broadcasts as a guest. That's probably not a bad idea, but hey, Stevie, how you doing? Good to see you. I'll pin that. Sailing Cook George, good to see you. Formerly Sail Whiskey Dream. Both good proper names. You know, I like. In fact, let's see, Sailing Cook. Let's see. You know, there used to be a song when I was in high school. Hang on, let me bring up Jerry. Hey, Jerry.
Hello.
How you doing, brother?
Tired.
Going well, I imagine so. You went to that thing tonight, did you?
I haven't recovered from the meetup yet either.
Yeah. That was fun, and that
was
a
I've
blast.
been to a total of 10 meetups and rendezvous and YouTuber convention type things. That was a fun meetup.
Well, I've only been to 7,
The worst part about it was driving home and driving down there.
Yeah, the drive is a bit much, but it's awesome to get to see folks. Now, if you count how many trips I've made down to Devil Dogs, I'm sure I'm over 10 with the meetups.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of times we go down and just see, hey, Tim Mitchell, good to see you. A lot of times we'll go down and we'll just go do something. We've been to the, of course, a lot of times even when we go down, we get to see other folks that are YouTubers.
Double Dog ate about 5 pounds of brisket before when I left, and I came home and Susan and I packaged it up in 1 pound packages. We had some last night. We sliced it up into chunks and used it for our tacos. We had brisket tacos.
That's
and
cool.
They were good.
The Moose sup.
The Moose. Tim.
Yeah, don't want to miss anybody. I'm really bad about that. I don't always know what's going on, but we did, and we had a lot of fun. Really, really tired. Right after I got back, I don't know. RJ Sandifer, put something in chat, RJ, and I'm not bringing anybody up that doesn't speak and say anything in chat.
Did you go back to work last night?
Yeah, I went back to last night. I was tired too. RJ, I didn't see him say anything in chat, but did you see RJ in there?
Nope.
All right. I just I need to make sure it's the same person because people make up names all the time. And it doesn't show. And I'm sorry if that's a problem with anybody, but the fact is that we've had people come hop on here just with the express purpose of trying to do porn bombing. And
hello, she is Sunshine.
Hey, she is Sunshine. Pleasure to see you. Her name is I don't know if she wants me to say her name. But she was at our meetup.
Yep.
It was awesome to meet her in person. That's how I found her channel. Phantom Pain has been bad for a few days now. Jerry and chat fam. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Miles Strider. That's you, isn't it? Or is that your grandson? Jerry.
What?
Was that you that put the Miles Rider on there, or your grandson?
That was me. Earlier, you mean? Right there. That must be him.
Oh, hey, Miles. He's an awesome.
Yeah, that's Miles. Cause I'm not. He's in there. I'm on my channel.
Today's Jesse's birthday. That's so cool. Well, I wish he was here. I'd tell him happy birthday. Today's also Radio Jonesy's birthday. Happy birthday, Jonesy, if you're here. I don't know if he's here or not. So I don't know. I'll say it, happy birthday. In fact, if he was here, I'd sing it too. Got no problem singing. But I will admit that I am the only person I know that's ever been paid not to sing. So there's, truth is, I've been paid $100 to stop singing. Thank you, NBL. Much love. Yep, let's hit the like and show belt loop your support. I appreciate that. Peaceful Dez is down there in the basement. Also, Brenda, Red Freedom Redbird's birthday tomorrow. So, I know, I have invited anybody that wants to come up is welcome to come up. I don't have the sad trombone. Sorry. I don't know if anybody, it seems like I heard that somewhere though. Stephen, that's cooking. Oh, is that Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official? Hey, Stevie. And Lynn the Okie Dokie. Oh, well, I'm sorry I missed their live. I was trying to take a nap earlier. Eddie was trying to keep me from doing it, and I did. Was doing, well, Eddie wasn't trying to actively. He just always messing with me, I guess.
Oh, and Dale.
And Dale, she's awesome. Make sure y'all check out Ann Dale. Marines and Army Mom, always a pleasure and honor to see you, man. Yeah, when we got back, it was, we left on Monday. I think it was close to 1 o'clock when we left. 12:30, 12:40, something like that.
Yeah.
We had
Which time? The first time or the second time?
second time, I think.
It's 12:30.
Yeah. I mean, we left and then went up to McDonald's or Burger King. Hey, Miss Kitty.
She ran when she saw Eddie earlier.
Did she?
Yeah, it scared her.
That's kind of funny. She just wasn't used to seeing him without his beard, I expect.
Nope.
Yes, I did see Eddie shave his face. That was kind of fun.
You getting to be such a big girl.
Hey, Miss Kitty. Hang on, let me bigify you so we can see Miss Kitty.
Big girl, big girl.
She's cute.
Oh.
Well, I ain't getting into this whole thing. Which one's cuter, though?
Well, Jamie's is cute. Eddie's, stop eating my papers. Eddie's isn't.
Well, ain't they the same thing, though?
No. Jamie has her goat. When Eddie calls it his goat, it's not cute.
Did Miss Kitty miss you?
Oh, yeah. So when I come home, she come running up to me, and she had a diaper on. I sat down in my recliner. She jumped up, lay down between her legs, and went right to sleep.
That's funny.
My baby. My baby.
My dogs are all.
Okay, she eats all my papers, though.
Well, I've heard dogs will do that, or not dogs. If it was homework, it would be a dog that would do it. But if it's
She thinks she's a dog.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to start, sending Eddie money to get points on the thing. Hey, David C. Perkins, R.J. Sandifer. Okay, there you are. You're welcome to come up. And let's see. You're welcome to come up. Sorry, I just didn't see Eddie can bring himself up, so he is in the basement. But for some reason, he comes in, then he leaves. Then he comes in, he may leave again. There he is.
That's an Eddie imposter. That ain't Eddie.
He does look completely different without his beard.
Completely different. He actually looks like a nice person now. We know that's not true.
Hey, Stevie.
Wait, you got a soul patch there, Eddie?
I missed a spot. I'll be back, Gary.
All right. Stevie, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
It's been a while since he shaved, so he's having problems knowing how to do it. He has to watch a YouTube video on how to shave.
Well, maybe I should, hey, if we can send, if I thought it'd do any good, I'd go through and say, hey, I'll shave, if y'all send Eddie, I don't know, $50. I'll shave my head. But I don't mind doing that. Y'all send him some.
I ain't shaving my head to nothing. I don't care. My mustache and my head I don't care if it's $1,000.
Well,
I'm not shaving.
I don't mind shaving my head. I ain't gonna shave my beard though.
I'm afraid if I shave my head, it won't. What's there won't come back.
Well, I understand your concerns. She's trying. Thanks, appreciate it, Tim. Let's see. Oh, I got somebody else in here too. Wait a minute. I got two from CV. Hey, CV, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay,
I went to
cool.
move my phone and I hit something by accident and disconnected myself.
All right. Well, I'm I'm going to kick your other one because you got two up here.
Okay.
All right. And that worked because it didn't kick the other one. Didn't kick this one. So I always worry about that whenever I do that. I never know if it's going to kick, but it's working the way. Hey, Foothills of Appalachia. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. We just chilling. Although I'm not seeing. There it is. All right. Today we're just celebrating we had a really wonderful time there in Texas. And apparently Tammy's already made arrangements for us to go down and see them in August, I think. So I think we'll do it a little differently though. Next time we'll have to go down on I'll have to take a day off, so it'll probably be on a Thursday. We take off, come down on Thursday, and leave on a Sunday. That way I won't. No, wait a minute. I'd have to leave on Saturday so that I get back to work on Sunday. But I don't like missing work. It happens from time to time. Hey, Wanda, good to see you. Oh, by the way, and this is while it's not cold. I got this, from Eddie, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Sounds good, tastes good, is good.
No, Jerry, it's just that I was trying to hurry up and get back in here that I didn't take my time, Moron.
I know you went and watched the video on how to use a razor.
No, funny thing is it was a brand new razor. It was a brand new can of shaving cream, all up under my sink.
Well,
Gracie, get him, Gracie, get him.
Shut up.
it's funny that Gracie is without your beard. She probably just not quite used to it.
She didn't even bark at me one time when I was there.
Well, she attacks T-Rock.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was funny because
And don't fill his head up. It'll crawl.
T-Rock was here today, and the turkey, Gracie got a hold of the turkey and ripped a lot of the feathers out and stuff. And today, guy was over there helping me, and my next door neighbor was over here helping me, and the turkey was right there, and Robert had come over, and Gracie was on the porch, and I told Nathan, I said, if I bring Gracie down here, the turkey and Robert will run. Robert won't come on the porch with Gracie because she tries to bite him.
Must be a good judge of character.
I'm a little confused here. I hear Devil Dog's voice, but I see a 12-year-old in his camera.
No, I didn't. I'd shave Eddie, but I didn't shave.
Okay, I will tell you this, Gary. One of the prizes. Remember, I was talking about the prize. Remember, I was talking about the prize on at the poker night that you would want to buy it, from them. But Jamie talked me out of it. It was auctioning off somebody shaving my beard there, and yeah, I know. And she said no.
Hey, RJ, thank you for coming up.
Is that Belt Loop?
I am Belt Loop, otherwise known as YouTube Police. Sorry, let me change my thing.
No, I can't. No. You don't understand. I'm completely blind, so I go by voice.
Oh, okay. Yes, I am Belt Loop, and also known as YouTube Police.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And also on panel we have Jerry with Butler
Mhm.
Family Farms.
Hello.
Hello, Jerry.
Have Eddie, also known as Devil Dog,
Uh huh. Hi,
and we-
Eddie.
Seavey, which is
You gotta say something, Eddie. He can't see you waving.
Eddie. You gonna speak? Okay. Eddie's being difficult.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Can y'all see me? Cause I turned the light on.
Yes, we can see
Oh yeah,
you.
we see good.
Okay. Cause
Why'd you turn the light on for?
well, the reason why is because I have no light perception, and sometimes people are like, "RJ, turn the light on. We can't see you." I get that a lot in on my YouTube channel because people are like, "RJ, why are your videos dark?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Your videos are dark." And my nephew's like, "RJ, you need to turn the light on so people can see you." So I went to I went to the eye doctor one time. I said his name was Dr. E, okay? So I said, "Dr. E," I said, "Do I have any light perception at all?" And so he shines this light in my eye, and he goes, "RJ, I just used the most powerful light I have in my office." He goes, "You have no light perception at all. You are completely blind." Yes, and I've been this way since birth. So, and the only reason why I'm able to navigate YouTube is because of my computer talks.
Oh, cool. I know RJ said something in the chat a little bit ago, so I'm looking to find that so I can. Here we go, and I'll go ahead and drop your link so folks.
Yeah,
Can,
good, because then a lot of people can subscribe to him.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking.
I'm working on it. I'll share. Let me share the.
Hurry up, Gary.
I'm working on it, and let's see.
There you go.
Gary,
Yeah,
post the link, bruh.
that's what I'm working on.
Dude, just calm down. Calm down. He's getting there. He's getting there. Oh, by the way, I do have an uncle named Gary, but he's
Does he live in Mississippi?
no, heck no. He lives in Okeechobee.
Well,
Right.
you can call him Uncle Gary 29.
Oh, good gracious. And here's the weird thing. My uncle Gary was involved in law enforcement. He was
See, it is.
he was
It
a-
is you, Gary.
He was no. My uncle Gary was married to my Aunt Doris.
Well, my wife's name's Tammy.
Okay.
That throws me out the crowd.
Actually, it's really funny because my uncle Gary was he was a sheriff's deputy for the Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office. He ran for sheriff twice and lost the election.
RJ, you can still call him Uncle 29, though.
Oh gosh.
I do.
Uncle 20. Actually, how about
Yeah, hey,
That's-
if you want to call me Uncle Gary, if you want to call me Beltlope, if you want to call me Gary, or if you want to call me YouTube Police, I'm okay with it any which way.
you know what? I kind of like that name, YouTube Police.
Well, that is one of my channels. So
Can I call you Uncle Gary?
sure, why not, Eddie?
Mm.
Is that Gracie?
Yeah, in the other room.
This is ground control to Major Tom. You really made the grade.
No, that song's older than you are, I believe.
Hey,
Dude, I am 40. I'm 45 years old, and I'm going to turn 46 on May 30th. So yeah, you're right about that. That song is pretty old.
How does Des say it? Auntie Gary?
Auntie.
Auntie
Gary.
29.
Oh my.
Auntie 29.
I'm not an auntie. I would be an uncle if any.
Oh, yeah, well,
Oh, my
auntie
goodness.
when it came to that turkey.
And here's the thing, okay? Tomorrow's Easter. I've always loved Easter, okay? Because of family and everything like that, right?
Do you find that Easter eggs are okay, RJ?
Actually, when I went to the Florida School for the Blind back in the late '80s, we had, before we would go home to visit our families, they had an Easter egg hunt, and they would use Easter eggs that would beep. They had these. No, I'm serious. They had.
I believe you. I wasn't.
They had these plastic eggs, and it had a button on the top, and just imagine walking outside and you'd hear beep, 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 all over the place, and every time you would find one of them, you'd have to turn it off. Press a little button and turn it off and give it to the person. I found this egg. Well, needless to say, I found every single one of them. But then when I would come home, okay, and we would do an actual Easter egg hunt with real eggs.
Yeah.
They were hard to find. I had a cousin, and he would hide eggs in the most hardest places for me to find. One time, he hid an egg in the back of a truck bed, the back of his pickup truck, and me being a little kid, I couldn't reach up there to get it. So I had one of the adults get it for me.
Hey, RJ, I think Tim's sucking up to you because I was giving you a hard time and he called me a putz. And then he subscribed to your channel. And then he said, you don't look 46, RJ, or whatever. He said, you don't look it. He's sucking up to you, dude.
You know what? I've actually had people.
You might as well call him Uncle Tim.
I've actually had people tell me, RJ, you don't even look like you're 40. You look like my niece. My niece is autistic. She just turned 21, and she was talking to me one day, and she goes, "Hey RJ, can I tell you something?" I'm like, "What?" She goes, "I don't think you're 46." I said, "How old do you think I am then?" 25. I'm like, I wish.
No doubt. We would all love to be younger.
Oh my gosh. Look, when I turned 40, okay, I went to an event. It was an event for the special needs individuals in our community. Well, my stupidity thought, okay, I'm going to get up on a horse and try to ride this horse. Okay, I just turned 40 years old. So I get up on the horse. I'm having fun, I have my hand out. I have my hand up like this, and I've got my left hand on the reins, and I'm just riding this horse. My hands up like this. Well, later on that night, my left leg starts hurting like you wouldn't believe. And so I try to get up, and I'm like, oh God! And my sister, she comes running back here, and she's like, RJ, are you okay? I'm like, my friggin' leg. And she goes, where does it hurt? I said, it's going from my left hip down to my ankle. She's like, you have sciatic pain.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah. I was down in the bed for about 3 weeks. Because it hurt like something you wouldn't believe. And trying to walk, forget about it. It was bad. And so Saturday, because this happened on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm in the bed. I can't get up to do anything. They had to bring breakfast to me, lunch to me, dinner to me, and all this. Well, Monday morning, we called a doctor. The doctor orders me some medicine. So I take the medicine, but the medicine wasn't helping. So my sister calls again. Says, "Hey, this ain't working." Well, the nurse says, "Oh, well, why don't you bring him down here and we'll give him a shot?" And she's like, "He can't walk." So she's like, "All right, I'll give him something more powerful than whatever." So they give me some more powerful medicine, and 3 weeks later, I'm better.
Did they
I
take,
have not had that ever since. I have not had a sciatica attack ever since.
did they tell you what they gave you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course they would, because, and here's the thing, I wanted to serve in the U.S. military, even though I couldn't see. That was my dream, to serve in the U.S. military. Well, my dad was an Army guy. He served in the Army. Well, I was a senior in high school, and I get a phone call from an Army recruiter one day. Like, "Yeah, this is Sergeant so-and-so, and I'm a recruiter for the U.S. Army. How you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm RJ. How are you?" And so I'm talking to him and just going along with it and everything, and asking him about what jobs there are in the Army and everything. And this guy's really loving it. He's really, "Oh, I think I might get a new recruit. I think I might get a new recruit." And so I'm asking him about life in the barracks and everything like that. And he's telling me all about it. And he goes, "So, RJ, tell me, would you like to join the Army? I can set you up." I said, "I would love to, young man, but there's only one problem." He goes, "What's that? Maybe we can fix it." I said, "Well, I'm totally blind from birth. I can't see." He said, "Oh, bummer." He said, "And I thought you were going to join the Army." Well, needless to say, I didn't know this at the time, but my dad was listening in on the other phone. And he goes, when I hung up the phone, he goes, "Dang!" He goes, "RJ, you literally had that guy hoping you would join the Army."
Yeah, recruiters are that way. I had a fella that, by the way, hello, Lord Shadow. Let me
Hey,
go
Lord
ahead.
Shadow.
And we went through. In fact, when I went through and I signed up for the Marine Corps, but and my recruiter, I told him, full disclosure, when I was talking to him, that I had asthma as a child, and it rarely bothered me, but it did on occasion. Hey, Tony, Stone Wolf Outdoors. He went through and said, "That's not a problem. Just take you some Primatene tablets with you, and then if you need them, take them."
Oh, wow.
And so, but then my brother talked with my younger brother, talked with an Army recruiter, and he ended up joining the Army. But he told he asked the Army recruiter how I could go through and join the Marines with asthma, and the Army recruiter apparently notified them, and they stopped me from going. By the way, Lord Lord Shadow was asking about other squids in the thing. I think that's a reference to Jerry, and because Jerry is from the Navy, and so we're very pro-military here. And I understand, I would understand why you'd want to go.
Thank
Okay.
God. And that's the thing. That's the thing. My family is very, very pro-military. My father-in-law served in the Navy. He was a boat captain during the Vietnam War, and he would every time I'd go visit my father-in-law, he would tell me war stories about him being under attack on that river in Vietnam. And he would always have to ask permission to return fire because he kept coming under fire from the enemy. And so when 9/11 happened, and here's the thing: when 9/11 happened, my father had just passed away a year prior to that.
Mhm.
So I was like, man, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I wish I could see. I would sign up today because I was so wanting to get at the Taliban for what they did. I wanted to go so bad. And
Kitty.
it was a time where you were proud to be an American.
Yeah.
And I'm always proud to be an American. Where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Love it. By the way,
Yeah.
in Zombie Prepper, the
Zombie Prepper, I know him.
he's good people. By the way, Eddie, did you need me to call you?
No,
Okay, well, you said something about call me in the
I'm
thing.
carrying on a conversation. You're skipping around again. I was talking to Wanda
Okay, well,
to
don't
call
get
me tomorrow to help her set up Nightbot.
Oh, okay.
Because you ain't paying attention to chat. You don't know.
Uh-oh.
Just curious, RJ, how'd you hear about the channel?
I heard about it through, I want to say,
I've seen RJ around.
I want to say, it was either Tiffany Peacock or, somebody else.
Okay, I just,
I'm trying to think. Susie, travel
Susie
around.
Q.
Yeah,
Pretty,
yeah,
pretty.
travel around Susie, Tiffany
Yeah.
Peacock.
Susie, my Susie.
No. Wrong song. Peggy Sue, pretty Peggy Sue. Uh-oh, Peggy. My Peggy Sue, and I love you, gal, and I love you, Peggy Sue.
that's a good one. That's from Buddy Holly and the Crickets, I think.
Yep, you're right about that.
So,
And also,
Yeah, that was back in Gary's time. That was before
and
me.
also, how about this one from Simon and Garfunkel?
hey,
How about this one from Simon and Garfunkel? Just jump on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the Keeley and get yourself free.
there we go.
That is 50 Ways to Lose Your Lover.
Yep.
Or no, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover.
Yeah, good music from way back.
And there and another one by Hamilton, Joe Frank, and Reynolds is Don't pour your love out on me, baby. If you do, then I think that maybe I'll just lay me down, cry for 100 years. I
By the
love that song. Yep.
Do you know Bruce over at Shooting Star, Mississippi? If not,
You need to subscribe to him.
yeah.
No, I don't think I've met him.
You can go up on his panel and sing karaoke.
They,
Awesome.
They do karaoke all the time over
Yep.
there at his.
Usually he goes live Tuesday nights, I think.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. I'll have to check him. What's that channel name again?
Shooting Star MS.
Ah, okay. Shooting Star MS. Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of I do have quite a few friends that are in the Filipino community,
Come on.
and they do a lot of karaoke there.
Come on.
Oh, I know a lot about Filipinos, my friend. Filipinos are very, very humble people.
Well, they're really nice folks.
Very humble.
Very considerate.
We have a Filipino community where I live, and a lot of them attend my church. And
Gary was raised in church.
so was I.
His dad was a preacher.
So was Eddie's. See, here's the thing, RJ. I have a couple of friends that I'm considered a PK. So is Eddie. Devil Dog is a PK.
So is Trucker Jay.
So is Trucker Jay, PK.
Oh, I know about PKs and DKs. I was raised in the church, and I actually attended seminary.
Very cool. We're PKs, and I don't know. We just have a lot in common. Eddie's one of my closest friends on, whether it be in real life or on YouTube.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Are you putting powder on it, Jerry?
No.
How about
No.
Vaseline?
Oh,
I might put that. I might try
matter of
that.
fact, I had
Vaseline works good for that.
I might try that next time for a change.
Matter of fact, one time I was called to preach out at a church a few years back. I'd say probably this was about 17, 18 years ago.
Oh, hey, has your computer been talking to you? Because there was a lot of people in chat that said hi, RJ, and everything, and I
wasn't using it. Because
okay. I wasn't even thinking about reading it to you. Gary should. Gary's a host, RJ. He should have been doing that. Knowing you're blind and all, he should have been reading the chat when people addressed you to let you know. But what kind of Gary can't multitask very well.
Hey, you know what? I can't either, so don't feel bad.
Well, Eddie has a bad habit of pointing stuff out.
So anyway, I was preaching at a church about 17, 18 years ago. I did pulpit supply, and so their preacher, they were in the midst of looking for a preacher. So the chairman of the deacons calls me up, says, RJ, would you come preach for us? I said, sure, I'll do it. So my sister drives me out there, because she drives me everywhere, and so does my brother-in-law, because of course I can't drive.
Why not?
Yep.
You could probably drive better than Gary.
Gary almost hit me a couple times.
And his brakes were gone. They were shot.
I didn't.
He was probably out of brake fluid or something.
No, he was metal to metal. You could hear him.
Oh,
grinding.
So anyway, I'm at this church. I'm preaching and everything. Well, this guy the chairman of the deacons asked this guy to get up and do the benediction, to do the closing prayer. So he gets up and does the closing prayer, and he says, "Dear Lord, I want to thank you for this wonderful blind preacher that came and broke the word to us this morning. I pray for him and his lovely wife and their little baby boy, that you would bless them very, very much." So he says, "Amen." And I said, "Sir," I said, "thank you for the prayer, but you got one thing wrong." He says, "What's that?" I said, "The young lady with the baby boy is my sister, not my wife." And he was, "Oh, I'm sorry, preacher. I'm so sorry for that mess up." I said, "That's all right, sir." I said, "That's all right, sir." He said, "Would you like to come to lunch?"
Hey, Tim said get a Tesla, RJ. They drive themselves.
You know what, though? I would not be surprised if in the next possibly 10 to 20 years, if they didn't, because I know Waymo, which is a subsidiary of Google, is trying to develop a car that would help blind people. But I would not be surprised if we came up with that kind of technology. But the only thing is now, it's they're having problems with it because it's causing accidents because the human drivers aren't paying attention. That's just my opinion.
Well, maybe they're blind.
I seriously doubt that.
Why does Annie keep taking up for you, Gary, every single time?
Probably because you're always mean to me. But he did. He did just said had it at an official and promoted 3 to 9 steering position. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not sure what that means, but and R&B Roaming said, "Hello, Belt Loop 29. I was just trying to keep up with chat. I'm bad at doing this.
Hey, Gary.
Oh, RJ.
Hey, yeah. I don't think RJ cares what people say hello to Belt Loop 29. If they said hello, RJ, then that's when you tell him. But he could care less probably of people coming in and saying, "Hi, Belt Loop 29. See?
RJ, just so you know, the aimlessly wandering soul, Andy said, "Eddie, touch." LOL. I found it.
Oh, did I tell you? I didn't tell y'all about the Catholic, the Baptist, and the Charismatic that died. Did I? There was a Catholic, a Baptist, and a Charismatic, and they all died. And they're standing at the pearly gates, and St. Peter says, "Boys, I'm sorry. We seem to not have your living quarters ready yet." So St. Peter calls the devil on the phone and says, "Hey, devil!" The devil says, "Yeah." St. Peter says, "We just got 3 new arrivals, a Catholic, a Baptist, and a Charismatic, and we don't have their living quarters ready yet because this was very sudden. So, would you mind if they come down, spend some time with you?" The devil said, "Sure, bring them right on down." Well, about 3 hours later, the devil calls St. Peter on the phone. Peter picks up and says, "Hey, devil, what seems to be going on?" The devil says, "Peter, we got a problem with your boys down here." And Peter says, "Well, what seems to be going on?" The devil says, "Well, for one thing, the Catholic is forgiving everybody, the Baptist is saving everybody, and the Charismatic has raised enough money to start an air conditioning fund."
That's hilarious. Well, my daddy was non-denominational, which is basically, like charismatic. Eddie's was Pentecostal, and I think Trucker Jay's was maybe Methodist.
Yep.
Well, when you say Eddie's is Pentecostal, people get the wrong idea with Pentecostal.
Well, wasn't he Pentecostal preacher?
There's two different types of Pentecostals there, Gary.
Okay.
There's United and Trinity. United Pentecostals are the ones that women don't wear slacks, women don't cut their hair or wear makeup or anything else. That's the oneness, the United Pentecostals. Trinity Pentecostals is like Baptist, kind of. Assembly of God, Pentecostal, Baptist, it's all kind of right there. So there's two different types of Pentecostals. When you say Pentecostal, a lot of people think, oh, yeah, those are the ones that women don't wear pants, they wear dresses all the time, or, don't cut their hair, don't wear makeup, everything else. Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's close, yeah.
There was a clergyman and a politician, and they're standing at the pearly gates, and St. Peter tells the clergyman, "Come with me." And St. Peter leads the clergyman to a small room with a bed, a desk, and a chair. And naturally, the politician's wondering what was going to happen to him. So you could just imagine his shock when St. Peter takes the politician and stops beside this huge mansion with a beautiful yard, beautiful garden, a portico, many servants, iron gates. And the politician says, I don't understand this, Peter. How is it that this good and holy man only gets a table, a desk, a chair, and a bed in a small room, but yet I get this wonderful, huge mansion with all the servants and the beautiful gardens and the beautiful gates and everything like that? Peter says, sir, you just have to understand how things work up here. We get thousands upon thousands of clergymen. You're the first politician who's ever made it.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming, to be honest with you. It's funny. There's no doubt that's a funny joke. And Eddie, I guess I'm not real familiar with Pentecostal, other than the ones that wear the dresses and.
That ain't me.
Okay, well, I should have known with the beard and everything. But
what are you talking about with the beard and everything?
I mean, you were raised Pentecostal, yet you grow this big beard. And,
I didn't know that United Pentecostals don't grow beards, but I don't know. I don't know.
Most of the men keep their hair short, and they go through. Oh, cool! We got 29 people in here.
I gotta go.
The men shave their beard, and the women
So do I.
don't wear makeup and wear dresses, and that's my uncle was a preacher along that line. So was his son.
Yeah, my dad wasn't.
Well,
We were Trinity, like Assembly of God, Baptist, stuff like that. It is non-denominational. I mean,
okay.
Radio Jonesy said, RJ, you should work in radio.
I should work in radio. It's really funny because when people go to my YouTube channel, they're like, RJ, did you ever work in radio? I was like, no, I never worked in radio. But actually, back in 2010, I worked. I volunteered as a DJ on an internet radio station, but it was an interesting little experience. And by the way, I have the honor of going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers draft party on Thursday, on the 27th of April.
Who cares about Tampa Bay?
The
Hey.
What?
I happen to know the
RJ, do you see the shirt I'm wearing?
I happen to know the COO of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Somebody tell RJ what shirt I'm wearing right now.
He's wearing Seattle Seahawks.
I am not wearing Seattle Seahawks.
He's wearing a Texans.
If you're wearing, you know what? Actually, the Eagles whipped our butts. Whipped our butts in the last game of the season.
Night, Jerry.
Good night. You leaving, Jerry? Good night, Jerry.
He put good night, y'all, in the chat.
Well, I wasn't reading chat at the time. No, Judy May, not Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm wearing a Houston Texans.
Lies. It's Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, no.
Well, tell me more.
Actually, we get 19. We get 19th pick in the draft on Thursday.
Yeah, we're like 25th.
Yeah. So, but I get to go and spend some time with the COO of the Bucks, and
Yeah.
I was personally invited by him along with a few other friends of mine.
Well, I don't know Cal McNair.
Well, RJ, you may have heard me mention my buddy Trucker Jay.
Yeah.
He's a huge Bucks fan.
I don't think he's heard of you mentioning Trucker Jay, Gary.
Well, how about when I just mentioned that your father, my father, and Trucker Jay's father was a preacher?
You think he was paying attention to you?
Yes. I was paying. Hey, when I hear the word preacher, my ears perk up.
Well,
because let me tell you something. In my life, I've listened to men that I knew were preachers and men that claimed to be preachers but weren't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can tell you this, okay? Just because you can open a Bible and you can read the Bible cover to cover, unless there is evidence to back up what you believe.
No, it's my plan. I want something.
Well,
my dad held papers with Pentecost Church of God, PCAG, and Assembly of God at different times.
Wow.
So he was a legit preacher. No, the Houston Texans, not AKA Dallas Cowboys, Quint. There's something wrong with you. And P Digits, Devil Dogs, Oilers need to worry about the AFC first. We won the AFC South last year there, P Digits. And then Annie said, here's one for you. A pastor went to visit one of his parishioners at her home one day. She came to the door and let him in. Then she said, make yourself at home. I want to fix myself up a bit. He sat. Hold on.
I didn't go beyond that, though. Well, it's kind of interesting. You know, my father was ordained through Liberty Fellowship out of Pensacola, Florida. And he did lead a church over in Chipley, Florida for a little while. He didn't do that for a long time, but he did it for a little while. And
Hey,
he kept his ordination up just so he could bury off his children.
Elliot said, how do you spell my father's family used to be on the radio in 1950 singing gospel music? Let's see. AR, I went to Church of God and Assembly of God. Yep. The same thing here, Elliot.
Liberty Fellowship, is that a church or is that a denomination?
Tim said I was a disc jockey on the air at a Christian radio station in the 80s.
Liberty Fellowship is a church out of Pensacola, Florida.
There's the rest of it, Gary.
Okay. I understand.
They had a Bible college as well.
He sat down on the couch and he spied a dish of peanuts on the coffee table and started to eat them. And before he knew it, he had them all eaten. When the lady came back, he said, "I'm sorry, I ate all the..." To be continued.
I ate all the peanuts. Yeah, I think I heard that joke before.
I don't think I've heard that one before. Peanuts. She said
I had the pleasure when I was younger to meet Jerry Clower.
Did-
Oh, shoot this thing.
yeah, from Yazoo City.
Yep. I actually met him in person.
Well, that's
And
cool.
yeah, and as a matter of fact, I have a picture of he and I sitting right up here on my armoire.
Cool.
Yep.
The Zig Ziglar and Jerry Clower both from Yazoo City.
Oh yeah.
Oh, from where?
From
Yazoo City, Mississippi.
Who cares?
Well, Yazoo City probably.
Who cares?
I do, kind of.
Are you from Yazoo City?
No, I'm from Jackson.
Well, then who cares?
Actually, it's kind of funny you brought that up because Uncle Versey had a brother,
His name was Uncle 29?
and Uncle Versey's brother was a little lazy.
That's Uncle 29.
Well, he
You're
went
talking right about him.
Lord help us! You know what's going to happen when we all get to heaven and the Lord says, "All right, it's time for y'all to go before the judgment seat." You know what the Lord's going to say? He's going to say, "Y'all
You're in the wrong place, 29.
He'll say, "Get thee behind me, Eddie."
I think Gary's crown's gonna have a lot of gold in it. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, I
Well,
realize
that's got to be the bottom up in heaven, right? There's got to be a lot more valuable stuff up there. That's down at the bottom.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I've got to be a thing just hanging out with Eddie.
Oh my gosh! I gotta tell my buddy about y'all's channel. This is a good channel, Gary.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We do
You're
have
welcome.
Hold on. I'm looking. Okay. Peanuts. She said last comment. Peanuts. She said that's all right. I sucked the chocolate off them.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. Oh my gosh. Oh well,
that is funny.
that is hilarious.
I got to step away for just a second.
So do I. I got to go get my medicine. Take my meds. I'm like 2.5 hours over.
All right. Well, hang on just a second. I got to go out and grab something out of the truck.
I think my medicine's more important than your nicotine.
Your medicine ain't gonna take as long, or it's gonna take longer to get than my nicotine.
No, it ain't.
It is.
On your mark, get set, go.
All right, RJ, the channel is yours to hold for a couple minutes. I'm gonna begify you. You keep them entertained. We'll be right back.
Okay. Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
That's a good one.
Thank you very much.
You doing all right,
Nice,
Stevie?
nice one. Nice bounce there, bud.
Yeah,
Man,
Elvis.
Elvis, yep.
AR Patriots commenting on how Elvis could sing that like nobody else.
Oh yeah.
He had
And actually, he did another song. If That Isn't Love, I don't know if y'all ever heard that one.
well, Elvis is from Mississippi as well.
Oh yeah.
Tupelo.
And
Oh my God, who cares? He moved to Nashville because the Mississippi sucked.
Eddie, shut up.
Uh-oh.
You downplaying Mississippi.
I know. Eddie's gonna be Eddie.
Yeah, that's right. Eddie is kind of he's the bane of my existence at times, and yet I don't understand why we're friends. But that's okay. I'll figure it out at some point.
I have a friend of mine. His name's Jason, and we've known each other since we were 3 years old, and we're both 45. Now, my birthday's May 30th. His birthday's July the 17th. So basically, what happened is, now Jason is in a wheelchair. I'm as blind as a bat. So basically, I'll say, hey Jay, did you see wrestling last night? I saw so and so on Monday Night Raw. And Jason will be, oh, it's a miracle! You can see! Praise the Lord! I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, he sounds a lot like Eddie.
Civi said, just blame it on Stockholm Syndrome, Gary.
Oh my, Stockholm Syndrome!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Well,
what channel am I on again? I'm kind of confused.
this is the Belt Loop 29 channel.
I was asking that for Eddie's benefit.
I wasn't going to answer.
Of course he wasn't. I don't know.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I just learned this song, and it was by Elvis, but it's
Jailhouse Rock?
No. He left the splendor of heaven, knowing his destiny was the lonely hill of Golgotha, there to lay down his life for me. And if that isn't love, then the ocean is dry. There's no stars in the sky, and the little sparrows can't fly. Yeah. If that isn't love, then heaven's a myth. There's no feeling like this. If that isn't love. I love that song. It's a beautiful song. My dogs are going off. I've got 4 dogs. I've got a Boston Terrier, a Chihuahua, a Wired Hair Terrier, and a Chow Chow.
Very cool. Eddie has 4 Boston Terriers. I have 3.
Oh, wow.
I got 2 Tibetan Spaniels.
Oh, wow.
November 10th is Marine Corps birthday.
Hoorah! Yeah, well, Eddie, Devil Dog is a Marine. And
Semper Fi, Eddie.
Yep.
the now my dogs have been hearing your dogs go off. Oh, that's so cute. Hang on, we got to bring up Siva with her dog.
Well, I think my nephew's back. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, Gary. I appreciate you having me on, buddy.
Well, thanks for coming up, RJ. It was a pleasure to have you.
You too,
Nice meeting you, RJ. Like I said, I've seen you around, but I've never seen you up on panel, I don't think.
Oh, all right, man. Nice meeting you too, Eddie. Talk to y'all later here.
Yep, later.
God
care,
bless you.
RJ.
Have a happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Can't anybody be proud?
Hey, go find a lot of eggs.
Ew.
Hey, Trav.
Oh, Trev is from Canada, huh? Hey, Rod Nora. Oh, maybe. No, it wouldn't be California. CA would be Canada.
Well, my bad.
Well, I might be wrong, but I don't think so.
All right. Well, I don't know. CA makes sense. It'd be Canada.
I might not, like Jesse says, Uncle Jesse. I might not be right, but I'm never wrong.
Okay. Let me drop that so we can see that beautiful puppy dog.
Hey, baby.
Stevie, what's that doggy's name?
This one is Cindy Luhu.
Yes.
That's so cool.
You know, hey, you didn't notice it. Sylvie changed her glasses too.
I guess I did not notice.
You are very unobservant, Gary.
I got 12 other things I'm trying to pay attention to.
12. You can't pay attention to 2. And then Trev said West Coast Canada, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I was right again, Gary.
Is that important to you, Eddie?
Well, it's not California.
What's your point?
I was right.
Well, even a blind squirrel will find a nut every now and again.
And Annie is trying to take up for you again. CAN is Canada. CA is California. Okay, Annie, you tell Trev that just said West Coast Canada.
Hey, it's all good. Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, Eddie tends to be.
No, Annie's taking up for you no matter if you're right or wrong.
Well,
which you're pretty much wrong all the time.
Well, that's not true, but I.
Okay, well, you said you were taller than me, and who's actually taller?
Hey, I am. I'm still convinced that I am, even though I'm gonna give it to you because that's what other people think. I think that you were on your tippy toes when they were using.
I was not on my tippy toes.
Yes, you were, and
I am like this much taller than you.
That's not even true, Eddie. You were.
It is true.
That much.
No, no. I was like this much taller than you.
And that's with you going on your tippy toes.
All right, I wasn't on my tippy toes, and you're being pedantic again.
I'm
You're
just
both are short.
Well, we ain't.
Well,
talking.
Tim, I tried to mow the lawn, but I had a turkey getting in my way today, chasing me.
Yeah, like Timmy says, girls, you're both pretty.
Ain't gonna be another rendezvous, P. Didge. Not by me.
Yeah, where that
I'm
was.
surprised you didn't run over that turkey with the lawnmower. Those things are not very bright. Turkeys are not smart. They're not smart animals.
He's not. They're not smart animals.
But he can move, I guarantee you that.
Yeah, move right into the mower.
He's a fast turkey. He's a very fast turkey. Digits, we may end up going to that thing down there with Big Matt. He's talking about outdoors
Unleashed.
at a state park or something next year. But I don't think we're going to be. Eddie has decided he don't want to do another Operation Rendezvous. So it's, it is what it is, and that's okay. We'll still go down and see Eddie from time to time.
That turkey is not a freaking Thanksgiving meal, Judy May. That turkey is a pet.
Well, your wife calls him Thanksgiving.
I don't call him Thanksgiving. I call him Buddy.
I know, and Buddy's going to be Thanksgiving.
No, but he's not going to be Thanksgiving. Do you think Jamie's going to cook and clean, cut, kill, and pluck and clean and cook Buddy? No.
I don't know.
No.
But she does make some mighty fine white girl enchiladas.
Ooh, enchiladas.
Yes.
I love enchiladas.
I'm not even hungry.
Well, that's
I just had to order food. I was going to make paella tonight, but I don't think I'm going to do it.
Ooh, paella is rather involved, isn't it?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a Spanish dish.
Yeah, it's a Spanish dish. I'm gonna do the prep for it tonight though, and do it tomorrow.
Hey,
I
Gary.
got all the stuff.
Yes, Eddie.
I given you warning. I'm leaving in 13 minutes.
Okay. Well, in 13 minutes we'll hit. I'm shutting it down in like 12 minutes. So
You're not going live on YouTube, please, right?
no.
Okay. You want to set up the redirect for Jonesy?
Yeah, that sounds great. Is Jonesy got?
He's going live. He's going live in 13 minutes.
Okay. Well,
At 1:00 his time, 10:00 our time.
okay. Has he already got it scheduled?
Yeah, I've got the notification on my phone.
Okay. Is it under which channel is it?
You had to ask that, huh?
Well, I mean, several.
Probably Radio Jonesy. Yeah, Radio Jonesy says, "Watch my birthday." The title of it is "My Birthday Live."
Okay, well, hang on. I think it's Radio Jonesy on tour. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's Radio Jonesy on tour. I'm sorry, my bad.
All right. I tell you what I'm going to do. I've got it. I have this link. I'm going to share just in case somebody wants to know how to do a redirect. I will go through and share it so that people can see. We like educate people when we can. This is his live. I went ahead and copied the link, Control C. Then I'm going to go to YouTube Studio. I'm going to go to Content, Live. I'm going to go over here to Details, Customization, Redirect, add, double click there, and paste it. Now I've got it highlighted, save it, so that when we cancel out, when we end this live, it will automatically go over to Jonesy.
But everybody can't do that, right, Gary?
No, you have to have over 1,000 subscribers in order to redirect. Until you get to 1,000, it will not allow you to redirect. But once you get to 1,000, you can.
Radio Jonesy says this one.
Well, that's Radio Jonesy on tour, so.
Yeah, he said this one. Talking about which channel, he said this one.
Well, I checked Radio Jonesy without the on tour on it first, and it wasn't on there.
Hold on. Jamie wants me. I'll be back.
All right. Would y'all quit barking? You know, I don't know why they act like that from time to time. I guess they're just trying to. Maybe somebody, Tammy may be up in the kitchen or something. Stevie, I've never made paella, but that is one of the things I would love to try to make.
I'm gonna make a demo video on how to clean squid because that's what a lot of people have struggle with when it comes to making that dish. It's like they go out and buy the already pre-cleaned and pre-cut stuff and whatnot. Of course, it costs more. All right. So
Yeah.
I got some fresh squid in the fridge right now, so I'm gonna go and make a video later. It's just my back is so trashed. I got taken out by a 270 pounds worth of frozen meat last week, so that an inmate dropped on me.
Hey, CC, it's good to see you. She was at the thing. My pleasure, Cece. Yeah, when I was in the cooking phase, there was all these things I wanted to try, and I cooked a lot of them. One of my favorites has to be the steak au poivre that I made. That was really good.
That's one that I haven't made in a very long time.
Well, it was. Pete did just ask squid or spinach. Squid.
Squid.
Yeah. And
definitely squid.
I mean, paella's a lot of seafood in it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's whatever it is that you could get hold of, basically. But people say, "Oh, you got to have this and you got to have that." No, actually, it's whatever seafood you could get hold of. If you don't do seafood or can't have seafood, you can definitely make it with chicken.
Okay.
It's just not as good, in my opinion. But
Well,
because mussels and clams right now are just not a thing. It's like I was at the grocery store and they looked absolutely, dead. So it's like, I'm like, why are you guys selling these things? They look like they're dead. And so I'm not going to pay a premium for something that could, possibly be dead,
Well,
so I just got some scallops and squid and some prawns, and I got cod in the freezer, and I'm just going to do it that way.
Jonesy'd be very proud. He's always telling us it's prawns, not shrimp. Because
Right.
there was this old commercial says throw some shrimp on the Barbie, and it's supposed to be in Australia. They don't say shrimp; they say prawns.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Well, the ones that I wanted to get were, are pretty damn big, but it's like I didn't want to have to stand in line and wait. It's bad enough that I had to circle the freaking block for about 20 minutes just to be able to get into the parking lot of this Asian market, because they have a teeny tiny little parking lot, and then having to wait in line to get fresh seafood was going to just be a pain. Because I worked a full shift on Friday and just didn't want to just stand there for a half hour.
I understand.
God, but it's like, and I was like looking around at all the other frozen stuff, and it's like parrotfish. There's something I've never cooked before, and those things are gorgeous looking. And I'm like, I wonder if this is going to be kind of like a surf perch where it's got a lot of bones or something in it, lots of teeny tiny bones. So I think I might have to go back for that just so that I could do a demo on that, because I've never cooked one of those before.
It sounds interesting. I've never seen one that I can remember.
They're beautiful fish. They're multicolored. They got big fat lips. Yeah.
Pay digits. If you want to try calamari, You
All right.
can go to
Ooh,
one of these Asian.
Calamari's good.
I think so too. You know, we went to one of these restaurants where everybody sits around the thing and the guy sits there and cooks it all in front of you and what have you. And
But I like fried calamari though.
okay,
You
I'm
know, a lot of people don't cook it right. They frickin' cook it to death, and it turns into like, you know,
Rubber.
Yeah, and you gotta treat it with some finesse. And when you're deep frying calamari, it's drop it in the fryer, blink 3 times, and take it out. You know, that's how I tell everybody to. No, squid is not expensive. It's like I think I paid like $4 for 5 or 6 of them. They're
cool.
fairly decent size. It's like 3/4 of a pound for like $4 and some change. But that's at an Asian market. If you go to a regular grocery store, they're going to be $19.99. Mother effers.
Makes sense. We
Hey.
do have an Asian market near up in Jackson.
Hey, Jamie just came and gave me an insulin shot, Gary,
Uh-huh.
and we got to talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I've eaten today?
What?
I've eaten some little cherry or grape tomatoes and some pork rinds with it,
Uh-huh.
and I ate a little bit of cashews.
What's up, Carnegie?
Hoorah, Carnegie.
You're gonna end
Huh?
up losing weight on that Ozempic.
And I'm not even hungry right now, but I figured that I have to eat something. So she's actually making me a protein shake right now.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Let's see. Come from a maritime province. I've used fish and seafood. Very cool.
She's used to fish and seafood, Gary.
I'm used to it.
That's
Okay.
it. That's what. What's it?
I don't know.
That's it, Gary. You're
Well,
done.
I got 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
2 minutes we will be ending, which means I need to go through and read the participants. Arlene, thank you for coming in. CC's Texas Garden, great to see you.
CC's Texas Gardens here?
Yeah, she is.
Hey, CC.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, they come to your live and not mine. It's awesome.
Hey, Jamie.
Oh, thank you. My
The,
protein shake that don't raise my sugar.
Yep, nothing but love. NBL, P Digits, a member of the family. Radio Jonesy on tour. Shawnee Groves, the aimlessly wandering soul. Annie. Tim Mitchell, another member of the family. And William Carnegie. It's so wonderful to see all of y'all here. We still have 1 minute. Stevie, do you have anything coming up?
I'm just trying to get some videos done. I didn't get much opportunity to do that while I was laying in bed comatose for 5 days. So
Yeah, you didn't go live last week. When you go live?
Monday. It's the Wheel of Misfortune. We're going to be cooking ostrich
That'll be good. I've
or
got to-
emu, depending on what it is that I can get hold of. Ostrich or emu. Sometimes I can't always get one, but I could get the other, and they're pretty much the same damn bird. You know, just different continents.
What's the flavor of the shake, Eddie?
Have no clue.
Okay.
It's I have a bunch of different flavors in there, and I don't know which one she put in there.
Okay. It looks like it's green.
No, it's not green.
Brown?
Yeah, it's brown.
Okay.
Looks good. And Timmy's been doing Ozempic for a while, and he hasn't lost a damn thing.
Really?
So yeah,
The
I mean,
Tim-
he's not taking it for weight loss. He's taking it for diabetes.
right.
Well, that's why I'm taking it too, is because my insulin was I was taking so much insulin that I've gained like 30 or 40 pounds since I've been on insulin.
Tammy takes it for diabetes, but she's dropped down to where she's thin as, just about as thin as when she got sick from Addison's. Thank y'all for coming in. We're going to end.
Oh, it's banana nut.
Okay.
Jamie
we're gonna-
just
Oh, nice.
Jamie just answered.
3, 2, 1. I got
That was rude. I was talking.